What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Alright guys, so today is Friday, so what does that mean? We're going to be streaming Fortnite at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time live here on YouTube. So if you want to go ahead and play with me, all you have to do is show up at 5 o'clock, we'll be live. And then also 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time over there on Twitch, I will be giving away this 1-year MLB TV subscription to anyone who uses their Twitch Prime or just subs over there on Twitch. So guys, good luck. So I guess that was the good news up today. We're going to have a lot of fun on Fortnite. Maybe we'll play some MLB The Show 18, but now... Now I have to break some really sad news. David Wright, the captain of the Mets for the longest time, one of the best players that we've ever seen, he's retiring.
Because you didn't say it, but this is it, right?
The way I feel right now, and from everything that the doctors have told me, there's not going to be any improvement. So, yeah, I don't see that as a possibility.
I can't believe that. I just feel old knowing that David Wright is about to retire. Pretty much all of my favorite players growing up are not really playing anymore. I mean, there's still Chase Utley, and again, David Wright's going to have one last game, but Cliff Lee was one of my favorite pitchers. He is gone. Josh Hamilton, my favorite player, gone. Grady Sizemore, my favorite player of all time, gone. Ryan Howard too. And now I think Joe Mauer is saying he's going to consider retirement next offseason. It's just... No, maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic. I just get so passionate about baseball, and when there's someone that comes into the league and they're just dominant and they're amazing and they're nice guys as well, you just really want to latch onto them, and you never want to let them go. So what we're going to do just to commemorate David Wright and just how much we respect him as a baseball player, as a man, and just his willingness to try and grind it out until he couldn't anymore. Even Prince Fielder, it's the same thing. He's just, the bodies break down. I hate injuries, man. But hopefully you guys have seen Transformers 1, the one with Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox. There was a scene where all of the Autobots were coming down to Earth, and there was a song that was playing, so it's a really beautiful song. I'm gonna go ahead and get that playing to the highlights of David Wright, and we're just gonna sit back and enjoy it and say thank you, David Wright, for a wonderful career. That makes me so emotional. I don't want David Wright to go away, but that's just life and how it goes. And again, like I mentioned a couple seconds before, I don't know if you guys heard this, but Joe Mauer is also going to consider retirement in the offseason. So in the span of a year, Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, David Wright, and Joe Mauer could be gone. Yeah, it makes me feel older and older by the day. Since we're talking about such sad news for the Mets, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and play a clip real quick from yesterday. So Michael Conforto came in clutch yesterday, and then Todd Frazier, he did his thing.
And Conforto drives it to deep right field, and that will tie the game.
1-1. Swing and a drive, well hit to left. This might go. Galloway back at the wall. It's gone. Put it in the books. Todd Frazier walks it off.
So on one hand, yesterday you had David Wright retiring, but then you had Michael Conforto and Todd Frazier kind of putting the cherry on top just to kind of balance everything, because it was sad news, then it was a good news. So I guess it's kind of a wash for Mets fans. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so our next story, I don't know why I just now saw this clip, but this was from a few days ago. This might be the fastest catcher in Major League Baseball. Check this out.
Running hard all the way around for him.
His nickname is what, El Tortugo, the turtle? Never seen a turtle run so fast before.
I thought that was pretty cool. That guy is booking it. And if you guys don't know, he goes by the name of El Tortugo. And in Spanish, that means turtle. So, yeah, he's pretty fast for a turtle. Clayton Kershaw is one of the best pitchers that we've ever seen in Major League Baseball history. But even the best pitchers, yeah, sometimes they can have an off day. I mean, he still had a great game. But yesterday, Clayton Kershaw gave up a home run to a pitcher.
How about this? Deep left center, off the bat of Ross, at the wall, and it's gone. It's a home run. Tyson Ross with the homer. The Cardinals pitchers tonight are 2 for 2.
I know that Tyson Ross is a big guy, and he's been in the National League for quite some time because he was with the Padres, and then I'm not sure what other teams that he went to afterwards, but now he's on the Cardinals, and he's a big guy, so he knows how to actually use his power, and obviously against Clayton Kershaw, he got the best of him. So that just goes to show you guys, even if you're at a disadvantage, if you work hard, if you put in the work, you can even hit a home run off the best pitcher in the game, or maybe not the best pitcher anymore, but he was a couple years ago. Every single day, it seems like the Rockies gives me something to talk about so I can share it with you guys. So I don't know if you guys know who Kyle Freeland is, but he is the Rockies ace. On the year, he's 15-7. He has a sub-3 ERA and almost an 8 WAR, and that's really good considering that mainly his starts are at Coors Field, and we all know the Coors Field effect. It lets the ball travel so much farther than what it was at any of the ballparks. So Kyle Freeland with a sub-3 ERA, that's nuts. Nolan Arenado in the same game also became the youngest player at 27 years old to have the most consecutive 30 home runs and 100 RBI seasons in a row at 4. And oh yeah, on top of that, he's also one of the best third basemen in terms of the glove that we've ever seen before. I'm 99% sure that he's won a Gold Glove like 3 or 4 times already. So whether it's the bat, whether it's the glove, the arm, Nolan Arenado, he's quickly becoming one of the best third basemen that we've ever seen. And then Trevor Story, his teammate, is also putting up MVP numbers. So we all remember how good Troy Tulowitzki was. Now, Trevor Story yesterday passed him for home runs as a shortstop, so he hit 33 yesterday. I guess Troy Tulowitzki only maxed out at 32 home runs, which is kind of surprising because we all know how good Tulo was back in the day. I think it was the injury bug as well. It just kind of hindered him from playing a full 162, because if he did, he might have hit 40 bombs. And honestly, I guess that begs the question, who is the MVP of the Rockies right now? Is it Kyle Freeland with the 15-7 record, a sub-3 ERA, or is it Nolan Arenado or Trevor Story? Honestly, I think they're all pretty important. Now they're in first place in the NL West. They're playing really good baseball right now. So if we go back to 2017, I think the debate for best third basemen in the league was Nolan Arenado and Manny Machado. But this year, Manny Machado actually switched to shortstop for the Dodgers, and he made a really good play yesterday.
Another soft grounder. Barehanded by Machado. What a play!
The Arco top-tier play. No, Clayton Kershaw deflects it with his glove. That's the change of directions that he had to make up, and why Clayton was making such a big smile at the end back at Manny.
Now again, as a former baseball player, there are plays that I just look and I just kind of think to myself, okay, so someone hit that baseball, right? So you have to react to it. So that's already taking time off, and he's already running to first base. Then you have to barehand it, whip it to first base, and still get the out. It's just, every time I see these plays live, I'm thinking to myself, I can never do that. I have to respect this man. I have to respect him as a freak athlete because, again, Manny Machado, one of the best infielders that we have in all of baseball. He's the one that can make this play look routine every time.
Hard Vasquez, Sandy Leon's getting most of the playing time.
Deep drive right field. Richard taking off. He's turning around and kissed that one goodbye.
Number 41 was a slider down and away. Hit it in the bullpen. What new?
We have an update to the American League Triple Crown race. So JD Martinez, the designated hitter for the Boston Red Sox, he is now tied for first place in home runs at 41 with Chris Davis of the Oakland Athletics. He is by far and away ahead of everyone in terms of RBIs, and then he's only behind his teammate Mookie Betts in terms of batting average. So I'm going to say, Mookie Betts, if you're watching this right now, I know you are, bud, biggest fan. I love you, dog. Thanks for the like and all the comments. Never mind. But if you are watching Mookie Betts, I doubt that you are. What you need to do, sir, is for the next 5 games, you need to go 0 for 4 every single time. Get that batting average to about 330. Let JD Martinez hover around 336 and let him get that Triple Crown. Because honestly, I think Mookie Betts might win the MVP, or maybe it's going to be JD Martinez, because if you get the Triple Crown, does that mean that you win MVP, or is it still Mookie Betts? I'm not sure. So I will continue to update you guys on JD Martinez and his race to get the first Triple Crown since Miguel Cabrera. And it's just kind of funny how these players, they come in and things happen more often, because before Miguel Cabrera won the Triple Crown, it was like 30-40 years prior since it last happened, and now it's about to happen again within 10 years of it happening. So baseball players are getting better. So the Cubs had a pretty good game yesterday. They won in the 10th inning on a Javier Baez bunt. I'm not going to show that clip. The reason why I'm bringing up this story is because Pedro Strop, their best relief pitcher for the last 5 years, he has 296 innings pitched and a 2.61 ERA. That's amazing. That's really good. Yesterday he went down with a hamstring injury, which is not good. Factor in Drew Smyly just went down. John Lester just went down. Pedro Strop just went down. Also, Yu Darvish is out for the year. So if you think about who has the worst injuries on the pitching side, you might have to go with the Chicago Cubs. All of those injuries into account, and then you also factor in that the Brewers are playing really good baseball right now. I'm not sure if the Cubs are locked up to win the NL Central. It's just not a given anymore. So to all of my Cubs fans that are watching right now, are you getting nervous? Are you starting to kind of feel the September fever of getting close to the wire? Because again, Pedro Strop is a huge injury. That's a big loss, and as an Indians fan, that'd be like me losing Andrew Miller or Cody Allen. It's a huge bummer, bro. All right, guys, so I have not looked at the standings since yesterday, so we're going to be reacting to this live. In the AL East, we know that the Red Sox already clinched. In the AL Central, the Indians are up by 15 games, so their magic number I think is down to 2. So they have to win 2 more games. The Twins have to lose 2 more, and then they have it clinched. In the AL West, the Athletics lost the game, so they are now 3.5 games back. In the AL wildcard, the Yankees and Athletics are still first and second place, with the Rays and the Mariners both about 8 games back. In the National League, we can see the Phillies are still 7.5 games back. Shelfie, if you're watching this, bro, I'm really really sorry. In the NL Central, the Cubs are 1.5 games up of the Brewers, 4.5 games up of the Cardinals. In the NL West, we can see that the Rockies pretty much picked apart the Diamondbacks, so they're now 4.5 games up of the Diamondbacks, 1.5 games up of the Dodgers. In the wild card, we can see that the Brewers and the Cardinals are sitting at first and second. The Dodgers are down by 1 game, and then everyone else is pretty much 4 games back or more. And my, oh my, there's some news about Bryce Harper hitting free agency. We can see that, you know, there's a lot of prospects about to come up or prospects that didn't come up. So there's so much more baseball news that we could talk about even in the offseason. So guys, if you love baseball, go ahead and hit that sub button, hit that like if you enjoyed the video. And guys, do not forget, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time over on Twitch, I'll be giving away that 1-year MLB TV. And then 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time live here on YouTube, Fuzzy Fridays episode number 2. We'll be playing some Fortnite, maybe some Call of Duty with you guys, and it'll just be a lot of fun. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.